immediately take to the top of mid. Glaive, he's found his headshot quickly. Tizian, that's the bomb carrier down. And they've got dupreeh tucked into the tunnels. So as jaCkz calls XANTARES into it, it is nothing but a bear trap from dupreeh. 3 Ts left, and they're all heading towards long in a desperate chance to get their plant. jaCkz able to stop them, slow them, but not yet kill them. They hold.
Yeah, this Molotov's always a tricky one. It doesn't actually stop you from holding and fighting if you want, especially on a pistol round. And no second smoke on the cross. I don't know if that's by design, but... Oh, I guess maybe their bomb carrier had the other smoke. Ooh, tough stuff. Keto, left alone. Oh, will he score a plant? No, he won't even be able to do that. dupreeh will come through. He's on a rampage. 4 kills in the pistol, and this is just pure game plan. They come up mid, they walk up the left side, dupreeh gets into lower, XANTARES gets that info, dupreeh wins his duel there, Glaive gets the top of mid, and punishes Big for going for their long setup, which they like to do. Big like to go long a lot, yeah, Astralis know how to punish it. So we'll see what happens now. Syrson's on the scout. This is an insane map for him. Definitely, I guess, one of the better T-side maps for him, I would say. He does like to basically sit in suicide for a lot of the rounds, punish the cap pushes, fight people who peek him in the doors. And, I mean, he can beat anybody. So it does open up the map a lot, having an opera like him.
dupreeh starting this round where he, or rather this map, where he finished nuke. 25 and 15 was dupreeh. A 1.40 rating to make that comeback happen.
Damn.
No contest here towards mid doors. Syrson hoping somebody would give him a peek. Not the case. The blue spruce has yet to find a target. The deagles get ever closer, so it's just going to be a challenge onto device. That frag grenade could have been next level.
Did Glaive and Zip switch positions? I wonder if it's going to stay like this.
Glaive gets up onto the ramp, tries to dive inside of the site. T's right on the other side of this. He comes at it from the ledge. A missed shot from tabseN and syrson. That is how this one gets started.
Gets away scot-free.
Yeah. Device looking for a headshot. He will find it. Looking for another, and he'll find it. And it is just Tizian down towards mid with any kind of success here for Big. He's got his Desert Eagle, but he's got a lot to handle, and Astralis able to take their second round.
I just posed a question because I would, I'll always characterize jaCkz as like the best mid-B rotator in the game, like when, Astralis were in top form. But I think when Esatag came onto the team, they swapped up and Glaive started playing mid-B, if I'm not mistaken, and Esatag went over pit side. And it feels like jaCkz is playing the pit now, and I can't remember if he played the pit before. But we'll see as the round roll on if that was just part of one of his spawns or something that he was doing that. Glaive coming out towards long and 3 CTs walking up mid again. jaCkz has made it far enough that he can't be, he's kind of in the perfect spot, right? He can't be spotted. He can hold for information. But now he'll start to fall back as his teammate got spotted at the bottom of mid.
And had he gone any further, then he was in for a world of hurt. Big just waiting him out. But they won't find anything off of the aggression. Device trying to track the player as he crosses, serving as enough of a distraction for this distance to be taken by Big. They've now got syrson on the doorway with the flashbang to chase down Device. That's the open they'd hope for. And Magisk here to try and cull them back. Flash goes over the top of middle. Keto, he's inside it, but that's not going to work either. Man advantage for Astralis, but damage definitely done. And even more so now that Zip is dead. Another deagle headshot. It is XANTARES to turn this around. Now they've got their weapons as well off of the ground. Astralis for the retake. dupreeh, he's so low that he can't really get into this unless Magisk delivers the ace. It is not going to happen. He gets flashed, killed by tabseN. An early round win for Big, working with barely anything at all.
It's that deagle, man. Those two kills with the deagle from XANTARES crossing the site. Let's watch that back. Oh, a great shot. And the second one is just as pristine. Right here into Glaive. I mean, he had no chance to fight back, right? You've just got to let that shot come in. That's the infamous XANTARES peak that we all talk about. We saw it to zywoo yesterday. And
poor guy.
Maybe we'll get a chance to try that again. But honestly, even when Vitality were winning all their rounds versus Big, there was still rounds where, you know, XANTARES would light it up, where tabseN was having a great match, but they just couldn't actually close out the entire round. That was the biggest problem. So cyrSon's up and opping. Scout changes hands. It is a buyback in response, but certainly not the best buy possible. Man, this guy is so consistent at tagging through the door.
Always managing to find damage. Even in that super lopsided scoreline, I feel like syrson was always tagging one on the cross.
I should probably put some utility there. HE, flash, something. Of course, it is just on Glaive, who ends up back at A anyway. Did they sacrifice him to get tagged? He went back to A site.
Not gonna work. Try to go peering down off of the catwalk. That's a man advantage for Big. We just lost an SMG to CTs. But it does suction Big into the cat control.
All right,
Definitely
well,
there's for the taking. Frag grenade towards CT, nothing.
look at Device. He shoots at doors and immediately goes to Goose.
Yep. Tucks into the cover. Let's see if he can deliver. We've got Glaive to try and draw them away. Nice headshot off of the scout as well to start. Device gonna go for the peek off of the flash. XANTARES cuts down Glaive. Magisk, he's trying to come up from the CT spawn, and sure enough, he finds the head of k1to, but the aggression from syrson denied. And dupreeh also delivers a third round here for the counter-terrorists. Big, they pushed into it once Zip goes down. And oh, did they not realize what was waiting? Very clean kill from from
Glaive, yeah?
Yeah, Glaive.
With the scout.
Sorry.
Yeah.
From Glaive to start it
Not
off.
every day he's scouting.
Look at this, through the wicker basket.
Wow.
Splatters tabseN. And I thought when Device went for that first peek into the cat players that was his chance to die. But he then just tucks right back into the cover. Deals with the pistol of syrson too.
I don't know, you know, Bigger probably thinking, here's one rifle, okay, here's a good chance to go A. It's not weird that they go for a cat exec anyway, and Astralis are going to do some kind of gamble. So, you know, Device does something simple, puts some shots through the door, rotates hard, and when you commit to Goose, you're preparing for a cat split. You don't rotate to Goose because you're preparing for a long hit or a mid-B hit. It's specifically for cat, so they read it perfectly. Attack timeout will be called. This is probably something of an economic discussion. They didn't bring the round close enough that it makes sense to try to reinvest to steal it back because the guns discrepancy is going to be too great. But they're maybe just thinking, okay, well, we did just get eco back. Do we want to invest anything? And
Yeah, they will.
yeah. Oh,
Drop.
Tizzy's actually got so much money.
Yeah, Tizzy and tabseN and
so does
XANTARES, they all had
Sorry.
cash.
I didn't even realize how much money they had. Holy moly.
What are the limitations?
They're still, yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good here.
Fourth and fifth gun? No, sir. Just the Deeks.
You certainly don't need 5 rifles to win around on T side. We saw what XANTARES did. Ooh, rotation. Half expected syrson to hit that.
Yeah, right. Close one. Not the opening kill he would hope for.
So we got the same setup here on long, where Zip is up by the wall. He'll be trying to cross blue. Opshot comes in, Device holding the angle, repeaks and gets punished. Won't know about jaCkz. He'll fall back, was relying on Device to play that spot, and Glaive is going to come in for support with these flashes.
Perfect. Perfect utility usage coming out of Glaive. And Zip as well. That first flash off of the wall kind of delays things. Oh, the frag grenade. So much damage here too. All of Glaive's utility well used. He's got XANTARES trying to close in on him. That's a mid kill from tabseN's op. Glaive, oh, don't let your guard down.
Oh, he seems to know. jaCkz, he can watch this ramp and Glaive can rotate over, but they're coming up cat. And they'll know it's not mid-B. Now, jaCkz can play for himself, so it's basically forced into a retake situation, but Astralis agreed to it, so let's see how they deal with it.
It's planted for catwalk. tabseN falls back on his 37 HP. Flashbang in front of him. Magisk gonna challenge. Down goes the Opper. Now that puts XANTARES into the clear open. He moves to dodge the frag grenade and looks to slip into the site where maybe he can deliver, but jaCkz gets the kill into k1to. XANTARES, he's gotten behind boxes, but now he's been spotted as gla1ve took the chance, and jaCkz from a distance finding impact in this round.
Oh, he moved up perfectly. Had gla1ve jump up in the behind the single box, had the opportunity. gla1ve just goes flying off like he's on ice skates into CT spawn. So unfortunate, but Astralis win that round. It comes down to Magisk basically hoping a shot gets missed. He knows an op's up there. He has to take a risk and fly out, and he, throws one nade earlier on, but yeah, it just comes down to tabseN's miss. Doesn't set up XANTARES nicely. He still finds the refrag, which is nice, but it's just not quite enough. Leaves it in the 2v1, and yeah, they lose cat control with it. 4-1 up, and that is big now, definitely with not enough money to invest. But the half buy ensues. Flash out towards long. They'll fall back off of this, and now we'll see Astralis go for probably cat control and maybe try to make sure no one can come up mid.
All in on long. Tizian got out first, told his friends about it. It's a grand old time. One smoke for the cross, but a good collection of flashbangs to maybe couple with him. Device, it's a collateral shot, but only the one kill. Tons of pistol damage coming at him. And jaCkz trying to lay down lead through smoke. Device diving behind the box, missing the no-scope, pops back up and loses his head. gla1ve, he's come out from CT spawn. But these deagles can still be deadly. I mean, we know that Big have that. They pack a punch with these things.
These smokes are out now.
Another grenade comes in, just chipping away. Jump shot from gla1ve. Oh, that is just disgusting. XANTARES, he's going to try to deliver more than one, but that's all he's going to get. And syrson wraps around from cat, all ready to be held in by Magisk. A jumping M4 headshot to deny that little bit of money that Big Clan certainly wanted. 6th round is for Astralis, leading 5-1.
We had like the anti-flash from k1to. I thought it was like, is he trying to set up a run boost or something? That's a great little cinematic. gla1ve with the jumping kill. And they just had so much utility to delay, right? Delay until the smoke comes up, and then gla1ve can get his, proper jump in. I hate to characterize it like, like just give it credit.
His proper jump.
His proper jump, like he sets it all up nicely. Nothing special so far from Astralis. They've shown what their protocols are like in the 4v5s, which are the most impressive. Sometimes it feels like a player dying is actually devastating for the other team, depending on where they die, because the amount of nade protocols that Astralis have to reinforce their setups. It really depends how much information that one player gets. But yeah, it's the punishes that are so incredibly strong that we saw versus G2. No pushes once again. dupreeh going to try his hand at the op.
Ooh, sliding out as syrson just posted back up on this angle. Where'd he go? Peek from k1to. That scares dupreeh a bit. Oh, his frag gets caught.
Oh, and he crosses right. That was a big risk, but he needed to get over towards Magisk when they spotted him. Long pressure coming in. gla1ve not in a position to help out jaCkz.
So he's going to be on his own this time around. We saw gla1ve's utility help a lot. Oh, missed shot initially, but he still sprays into Tizian and tabseN, down to 6. Device scoped in, missing his chance, but then the re-peek into tabseN's enough to topple him. We're going to have CTs hot in the heels of the catwalk push. Big 3v3. gla1ve finds the head and almost the second, but k1to, he's gonna lock this down as the hands of the bomb planter busy. k1to, double headshot. And dupreeh, he's gonna wrap around to long and then decide that he doesn't want to take the chance. Big, they squeeze that A site and they'll find a second round win off of it.
Yeah, nice hold by k1to. Both refrags. Not peeking at the same time, just running it, see if they could go and swing. gla1ve could have waited a second for his teammate, but felt like he had an opportunity and really kind of assumed that the round was going to be in jeopardy if he didn't go for it, but then they risk it twice. k1to wins both 50-50s, and dupreeh can do nothing but save. So Big are on the board. They come through with the split. Long doesn't work out beautifully, but combined with the cat split, punishing device in zywoo, it's really about the fact that Glaive isn't in position there at long for the 3A setup, right? That's when you want to hit A. So glad to see it worked out. Nice shot from csgo. Actually 3 kills for him, all critical. Monster stuff.
AWP for dupreeh. Going to be surrounded by some lesser weapons. Famas, Deagle's in the mix. This is Big's chance. Do that early damage on the T side. syrson, he's going to take the aggressive peek. And he misses the shot. Gives Magisk the chance at the kill. Frag grenade comes in. That's great damage into csgo. XANTARES, he's trying to keep this push alive. Magisk on the angle, snaps it down. All 3 kills belong to Magisk.
He is a surgeon with that Famas.
Device coming in from the flank as well. Now Big suddenly, they are pinched. Oh, Tizian, quick headshot. tabseN's gonna turn around to the tunnels. Device, he fires off with the Deagle. And he's gonna go chasing into this. dupreeh with the op headshot leaves Tizian into the clutch. Magisk looking like he had done enough, but that bomb.
Oh, the delivery.
It's back in tunnels. tabseN, he had to either kill both or escape after the first one. Tizian will be given the space enough to pick this up. And dupreeh, well, he's gone from tunnels all the way over to the T-spawn.
Okay, dupreeh doesn't know if he crossed lower tunnels, so that's the one point of...
Sound made.
Okay, sound there. So, yeah, Jig is up here for Tizian. He's got to fight his way out. Now, if he gets a kill outside, somehow, he could go to A.
Jumps across.
He doesn't know how they're split up just yet.
Could peek out. Fakes it once. zywoo takes the shot to the gut. And dupreeh. Tizian seems to know that he's got him locked into this position. Tizian with the 1v2 attempt. dupreeh hits the shot. 7 health. Tizian just trying to buy a bit of time, missing his second chance. And dupreeh, he's toying with him until he finds the headshot off the sidearm to give Astralis a 6.
With just a USP as well. Salt in the wound. Astralis will pick up a 6th off that. What a nice attempt, man. He got zywoo of all people to peek early, coming through the window. You know, that's a win in of itself, but it's not the round, which is most important. I love how they use syrson to just run up into the site. This is so beautifully played by Magisk, by the way. He preemptively drops the smoke, and then they get scared when the Molotov does not go through, and then they have to approach him from his angle. This is a fight he wants to take. He gets a tunnels kill, the fantastic flick downwards, and delays. That is always the most important thing. He delays for enough time that a retake is possible.
Big back to the drawing board. At least they've got openings. At least they've got bomb plants. Kills coming with it.
Yeah, that's true, man. You can't argue that they aren't coming closer in some of these rounds than they did versus Vitality. Oh, man. The information game once again.
Glaive wastes no time.
I think most of their game plan has been trying to wait for these long hits to come through. And I think they're reading it correctly once again. So damage is off on syrson. dupreeh falls away, and he even finds an opportunity to re-peek and take out a rifler. syrson low on health. And Bigger, for the most part, pantsed. They know that it's a long hit. Glaive has all the information. He's basically buying guns in their spawn at this point. CTs have full control. I don't think
question mark of Tizian.
Oh wow! I was like, I don't think a tunnel zerk is gonna catch him off. Did he see a foot?
Hard to tell. But it's XANTARES on the entry. You peek this guy, you better get your head down. dupreeh, he's gonna find syrson on the cross, so that's 2 Ts from Big on site. They could just clear dupreeh from above. That one's easy. No peek off of the catwalk, but Glaive, he finally comes into the equation. Man advantage for Astralis. Bomb plant given over to Big.
Low nades. Got 1 smoke here on Magisk.
XANTARES crossing back behind the car. This could give him a different angle. And as he attempts the taps, it doesn't work out. Now it's tabseN. And he's going to focus over onto Zip. Gets the 1v1. He's separating Magisk off of the play, who's trying to jump up into it. Oh, tabseN! Now he's got the advantage, but of course he wins it. 3 health for zywoo. And a 7th round for Astralis off the back of that one. Another moment for Big, taken away from their cold, clammy hands. The way he isolates those kills, you've got to give tabseN props. But of course, you give zywoo a chance to clutch, and he'll punish you for it.
Damn, he plays the 1v2 so well. Yeah, you just hate to see that. He does so much damage there to zywoo, and then he falls back for the other kill. He knows he should have won that. That was the easy one. He had already rattled him with bullets, and he couldn't come back and win that duel. That's really unfortunate. But man, the clutch, the 2 clutches in the row going the way of Astralis. The setups are working out very well, and it's a round that comes close where it shouldn't, right? glaive gets so much information early on. I bet you they knew that there was a tunnels lurker. Device comes out and peeks it, but Tizian wins that duel. They get a couple of fortunate trades. They find that 1 kill on dupreeh, who's opping. That one's for free. No cat support at that moment. But all that matters is the round that's won, right? Astralis 7-2 so far. They've earned another eco out of Big. Well, the half investment. Lots of nades coming into this round. There's not going to be 2 offs this time. I want to say they're unable to keep up for the most part on a lot of these gun duels, and that's what this map is about. Losing too much damage to one trading player. Like, one of the rounds they won is because Keto was the player we talked about, but most of the time it's just been Astralis.
This could be a big spray for glaive. Or a quick push from Big. They're going to have 3 members of the CTs all clumped up on the B site. Peek from glaive. Good for damage. Keto now dropping that bomb. And, well, it's the doors that's compromised, but that gives the back to dupreeh. He easily cuts them down with the SMG and tabseN challenges from the windowsill. Managing a kill, but not getting anything after the fact. So 8-2 for Astralis. Easy pickup with that one.
I love
Big.
how
We've seen openings.
Yeah, I love how glaive is playing these days, just like always playing for so much information, but he's not doing it in a way that he's like always recklessly pushing. He's just actively holding on to an angle, ready to take that first fight, understanding the value of it, and here it's just spot the IGL, right? We saw this with Alex. Whichever site that he's going towards to stack, it's the site they feel like, you know, of course, the T's are going to try to hit. They read the mid to be perfectly. It's not that serious. There's still hope here for Big, as the half is not over. And a few of the rounds have come close. Definitely been a better game than when they played against Vitality. At least some of the rounds are close. So what did they try this time around? Syrson is only 1-9, so he hasn't really had much T-side impact so far, and he has been opping quite often.
Little left-right click. Grenade straight down mid. Dunks it on dupreeh's head. Couple flashes towards the catwalk to maybe draw attention, but they want this B site attempt yet again. And Astralis are not going to give it away for free, but we do now have movement from dupreeh back down towards middle. Magisk, this is going to be pressure. He lays a smoke in front of his own feet. Device comes back through the window, confirms that they're close. The utility damage is excellent, but there's no kills. None at all.
Okay, there's a round. They'll turn off that. That's not so bad from Big Clan. They work their way in. Same smoke from Magisk. There are 3 players, but they're not within the site. And they get the 2 that they need. So that's a clean one. They pull it off, the B hit. That's a good sign. Does it mean they'll come back? I mean, who knows? We'll see. At least they've kept the money low with the clutch rounds that they've had. And you can see the flashes were really, really strong for Big. Like, Magisk got rocked. He had to turn, I think, in a position where he didn't expect to have to. And I think Device in the window also, he comes out with his late nade, so they find that right timing where Big, they come out just early enough and can't get fought within the tunnel choke point.
So a third one. And those cat flashes, that's what draws dupreeh out of the bomb site. He was sitting inside of the doors. Mm-hmm. Those cat flashes before they left tunnel. dupreeh goes back down to mid, maybe 8 seconds later, you know, wary of the walkout. And then we see him trying to run through smoke to help out Magisk. If he had been a little closer, then that MP9's already in a spot where Magisk regains vision. But just enough uncertainty, sowing the seeds of doubt. And it all works out. Back with guns, round 12. Still trailing by 5, Big, but We've seen them with openings, and now we're seeing them with rounds on the board. Glaive, he's got tabseN pinned into blue. On his own, very much so.
They're going for the V hit again. They're just using tabseN to hold the CTs here as long as possible. Keep those rotations long is the operation, and syrson finds a kill.
That's 2 kills over towards long, but Magisk, oh, he slides out, and dupreeh's gonna cut down that third. They've lost their bomb. Absurd. dupreeh locked into the position. syrson 100 health, honing in. Oh, and he gets it despite the headshot. syrson under pressure is sometimes so cool. Just never misses those types of shots. And now he's got a chance at the clutch.
Another 1v1 here for jaCkz. He has to try to read this. And syrson, he's making the long con play. He knows that jaCkz is the long player. And he's going to try to flank him. jaCkz walking up towards the site.
Big brain.
We'll see how this gets read, but jaCkz definitely hasn't heard anything quite yet.
jaCkz does have the smoke. Hasn't crossed over. syrson, now he's in position. He decided this move so long ago, and now it's time to win off the back of it. syrson, he's going to peek in. jaCkz sticking. No!
Oh, he doesn't have time. It's fine.
Done.
Oh, okay, just played beautifully.
Done.
Jeez, he misses the shot, but it's all about the brains in that one. Nicely done from syrson. He hits that critical shot, as you mentioned. Maintain composure. Through the double stack, I think. Takes some damage in the process, but all that matters is that he nails it.
Right there. Takes the dink, hits the shot. Misses this one, but it's about the brains, not the bronze.
Man, you know what? jaCkz was on the bomb and syrson missed. He
Really
actually could have
close.
defused, huh? No, he would have just been able to stick it.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, really close had he not come off of it.
Yeah.
But he scares jaCkz into the kill. That one comes down to the wire. And now they've broken Astralis. Multiple chances, but this one, this is where they reap the benefits. Damage into dupreeh early on. 3 USPs, 2 deeks, double flashbangs.
Episode 2 of Don't Get Ecoed.
Will there be a plot twist?
Maybe if M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong is directing it.
Close. Flash over to the cat. We had a counter-terrorist here, but he dropped off. 3 guys on long for Astralis, and syrson, well, he opens up with that mid-kill. He's just sliding these frags onto the scoreboard. Even that round where he clutches, he I believe, picked up the kill versus device from mid to car. Kind of within the chaos of the B hit, syrson just doing his own thing elsewhere and doing it well. So now the challenge is here on Magisk. Just, what do you do about that?
Yeah, that's nice.
Tippity tap off the AK. They do line up for a little bit more pistol damage, but again, it's just these pistols, so slowly but surely we watch Big taking them down one by one.
They always play it cool, carefully.
Yep.
Work map control and make sure. This is why they have such a high percentage on their anti-ecos. I mean, you know, it's an art and a science in some sense. Like, you of course want to be careful, but you know, too much map control can sometimes work against you. With a lot of pistols taking risks, can't be too far away from your teammates. But ultimately, they group up, they explode, and they get back into this half. Crispy one tap here from XANTARES. You know, he's always good for one in a round, and the hopes are alive. There is not tons of utility here left for Astralis. jaCkz will have basically none. I guess he puts enough. Oh no, he still hasn't bought it yet. So he'll go for incendiary smoke flash. Playing out towards long. We'll see if they even try to challenge here. I'm surprised they're fighting this so heavily with such low utility, but they're coming out for it. tabseN, he reroutes. Instead of going out towards blue, he'll pressure up towards the corner of long, and the cat split is on. This could be a great round here for Big. The rotations are not here for the CTs, and they lose a lot of map control. They'll take over tunnels. They try to delay, and now they're coming in for the flanks. Big, are they going to second guess this?
Glaive, oh, he sees their heads. Keto, he was meant to lock them into the position. Instead, it is a slaughter on the catwalk. Tizian's going to look to recover. He peeks out, dies. How do they manage that one?
One Molotov. They were actually on for the world's fastest cat split. This was a cat split speed run, okay? And then the Molotov lands, and then they're all looking around. trying to figure out what they should do next. They end up getting caught by the tunnels push. It was the only play Astralis had.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Also a mistake from k1to. He's crouched. k1to is the one player watching tunnels that entire time, and he lets them walk out to the point that they kill the player beyond him.
True.
He's crouched.
Yikes.
Give him a chance. We'll see his perspective, but that could have been the, like you said, fastest cat play ever. At Astralis, well, they'll go ahead and claw it back. Glaive off the flash, getting the better of syrson. Man advantage, looking like another 10-5 half unless they bring it back.
No support on the refrag. I mean, I think maybe k1to gets blind as well. I'm not sure. Or he wasn't up on the Xbox just yet. But all that matters, all out of the round. Round 15. Big fighting for their life in the event. And Astralis 7 rounds away from taking it away from them. What's the opportune play? Long control. Maybe they try the cat split again. Just hoping they don't get another devastating tunnels push to follow up right behind them. But Astralis, they've been very disciplined about when they push. And here they go for the retake on long control. It's successful. Device has open lines from the car. Doesn't have to worry about anything. Oh! And tabseN lays down a 30 bullet spam through the car. Eventually takes him out. 3-on-3. Odds are good here for Big.
dupreeh walking in. k1to just jumped up. Of course, still that one terrorist inside of the bomb site. Little shoulder peek from k1to. Occupies dupreeh. tabseN's thinking about going over top of it. But the CT's picking up frags. XANTARES also dead. One after another. Each and every player in Big's post plant goes down. At Astralis, a 10th round for their CT side. There were openings for Big. More so than the rounds they picked up. That half closer than the scoreboard looks. We'll see you after the break to see whether Big can keep it going.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible week we've had at the Fall Games. I'm your host, Maniac, and it is my honor to welcome you to the closing ceremony. It's time to dish out the bronze, the silver, and the gold medals and celebrate our champions. The bronze medal goes to G2's newest addition, niko, and his consistent results across the Fall Games.
19 so far, so... Oh, that was close.
He achieved 4th place in the long jump, 3rd place in surfing.
Easy first place for now.
He was amongst the winners of the nade basketball, figuring out the secrets of the challenge. And finally, he came 3rd in the shooting range. Congratulations. Our silver medalist is none other than Art. At the long jump, he achieved a respectable 3rd place. He had the 2nd fastest time surfing with this run right here, only needing one hand and even adding some styling points at the very end.
That's cheating.
He was joint 1st place on basket nade. And he dominated the drone range, nailing 1st place. Congratulations on your silver medal, Art. But there is only one true champion of our Fall Games, and it is ropz from Mousesports. He achieved 1st place in the long jump with this amazing 225.
Use these all, I guess.
He was joint 1st place on basket nade, optimizing his run.
Well, I'm just gonna max out then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was quick.
He snatched the 2nd place on drone shooting, only going for the 750 points, like a champion.
And there it is. I must say I'm very good at abusing this map.
And finally, he had the 1st place with this incredible run on surfing. Congratulations, ropz. You are our champion.
Okay.
It's been absolutely amazing to share this week with you. So for one final time, I was your host, Maniac, and I'll see you soon.
Clear improvement based on the game versus Vitality, but still it is Astralis with the upper hand. Double the round count and taking to the T side here on Dust2. Big, they're not eliminated yet, but this is their final chance. Inferno after if they get there, but let's focus in on Dust2.
Yeah, that could be just as bad too, Inferno. Who knows what's going to happen over on Inferno if we get there. Two very difficult maps. The weird part is, man, it's like, I feel like I could see why they would want to pick, they would want to go into Inferno and like change a lot of stuff. It was like after G2's big loss in Inferno, they changed everything and just could barely lost to a really good Astralis. But on Dust2, I think it's like we were feeling it today kind of pick, and just like Vitality thing did not matter at all because tactically it's not like they're doing anything that badly. They're just going up against a upper echelon team and expecting to outduel them on most of these rounds, and then slowly getting whittled down, losing most of the clutches and most of the refrags.
Yep. But at least they had that today. They had those clutch moments. They had the chances. You know, 2 back-to-back clutches in 8 and 9 rounds to really cement Astralis' lead. dupreeh and Device, they're going to get this B site cracked wide open. 2 headshots as they all emerge from the tunnels. Device, oh, come give him a damn chance. He finds one through the smoke. Xyp9x trying to keep this one closed, and a little bit of an opening thanks to syrson, but it's now a 6-round lead and T-side momentum for the Great Danes of Counter-Strike. An immediate buy-up, and uh-oh, big clan. Let's see if they can work the force. We know they're good in rounds like these.
Yeah, for sure. They could definitely. They ecoed Astralis twice, I think, on Nuke, so maybe they can come through with something. And it could be one of those maps, you know, syrson. I wanted to say syrson of old. Maybe it's still syrson, but sometimes on the T sides, it can be quite disappointing. Maybe he'll turn up here on CT. Looking for this duel. Device is happy to take it. They've got rounds to work with, and they're shutting down the push here at long and lower.
Ooh, that's a bit of a gift. tabseN thinking he could get away with it, but the Grinch gets caught.
Who's the Grinch?
That would have been tabseN trying to run away.
Okay.
Looking to steal the kills on long.
Yeah.
Keep them all to himself. Not gonna happen.
What
Can't take Christmas away from the Danes.
And what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Okay. I like how you ended the debate. You're like, it is a Christmas movie, and it's my favorite. I like that. It's a confidence play. That's what Astralis have been doing all tournament.
Big confidence plays. Can see why. Another lower bracket run. And not an easy one. 7 rounds the lead with CTs on USPs, 2 frag grenades, and a flash. And just a very quick tempo being set here by Device. Running all the way up Cat. Nobody there to stop him. I mean, Big, they're fighting with their hands tied. Perfect nade onto syrson. It's like, they don't know. But now they will.
I do.
And sure enough, rewarded for their utility usage. And off of the back of that, they're going to try and...
I mean, they've clearly given
clamp down.
Give Big Clan some respect, and they have been reading into some stuff. And they know what's coming. But does Keto. He is tucked in. Oh, that's a couple of great deagle kills. Shutting down the split by himself per chance. No, he'll try. It's a good try. But now it's a 2v1 as Magisk gets another crispy headshot. Bomb gets planted. Tizian will run in.
And die.
And die.
So a 13-5 off of the back of that one. Chances being made. We got to give a tip of the hat to Keto there. 2 deagle shots. But then once he hits the 2 nice ones, he's got more chances, and the deagle becomes too inaccurate, and oh, the pressure's mounting. The nerves sink in.
He's
so
like, you can see it, you know, like, oh, this is the clip of the year. It's coming. I'm feeling good.
Sure enough.
Too much pressure. You got to be in the flow state, not think about that kind of stuff. But at least their concerns is trying to find some crazy highlight clip like that.
they're just trying to survive. Just trying to stand long enough to put up a damn fight. It's tough versus the best in the world. Mid control given completely over. Nothing gonna stop Glaive from peeking up into the catwalk, but he then begins to fall back, and its numbers out through the doorway. tabseN first at bat. Smoke's in his way. He throws one out of his own. That could create some uncertainty as to whether he plays around it. Astralis, they're going to go hard through the tunnels. 4 players back there and only Glaive in mid. 2 CTs inside of the bomb site. Minute still left. Smokes begin to fade, and that means tabseN's soon going to have the information. Astralis, they actually double back into lower tunnels, only to go back up to upper tunnels, only to keep on waiting.
The pendulum swings.
Damage exchanged. XANTARES gonna come out better on top, and he has a chance at even more. He's down to 5 HP, just trying to pop up and slip that shot between the eyes. Now he commits a little longer. tabseN's gonna get the better of Glaive, and it's a 2v4 that we're left with. Keto off of the side of Car, drops bomb. zywoo falls into him, but tabseN wastes no time coming to the B site to help out and to give Big their 6th.
K-Sharp continues to be a really key spot, of course, on the back of Dust2 B site, and the mollies that come in, you've got to be peaked to throw them. So you can see, you know, everyone was trying to figure out who's going to be that guy, and it was XANTARES really just playing with his food, figuring out how to come in for some peaks, wait just enough time that they have to swing, keep their gun out, figure out when the utility's coming in. Did such a really good job from there, and Glaive never really got tested. He wanted to try to catch a rotation and put a lot of pressure on the 2 players inside the B site to hold, but the rotations weren't even really necessary.
XANTARES playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's the mole.
Right? Yeah.
He's the mole, and he has the mallet.
When the moles fight back. Toby feeling a little pumped off of that one.
Yeah, why not? You know, why not? So, we had an update. Someone said, I think that Tizian, I'm going to hopefully give people some credit here. They said, I think that Tizian tailors the fruits that they eat to the teams that they play against, which I thought was pretty awesome. Just CSM said, I think Big eats fruits based on their opponent. Vitality, mango, pineapple, Astralis, strawberries, watermelon. Next level strat.
Next level strat. Some symbolic voodoo.
Fruit voodoo.
But what's a vegetable salad?
Only DJ has the answer to that question, and it's still probably wrong.
Is the answer to this situation 2 guys on pistols? Magisk and Glaive, they've got the utility to lend a helping hand. But will they be able to get the better of a fully equipped Big?
Again, one of those rounds where you can really, you know, do no wrong. Of course, going mid B is looks a little bit better than going towards A. We're just watching for tabseN's rotation. Will he play close door or game helper? And seems like he's not reading this exactly correct. But Keto and XANTARES, they've been great.
Yep. They're anticipating maybe a player on plat. That's why maybe Device has this scope up. XANTARES, he puts right into it, and Keto, his position's gonna get mollied, but he comes out wide. 2 kills for Keto, and Device is able to get his double, Glaive diving down into the tunnels. And this gives tabseN a chance to pressure the site before the other Ts get into position, but he doesn't decide to run through smoke, and you can't really blame him. It would have been a big risk. 3v3 in the post plant. Those 2 pistol players now have guns. And the counter-terrorists, they may have a kit and a single smoke, but do they really commit with this? That creates a little bit of uncertainty, a bit of space to maybe work around. Device thinking maybe tunnels in the play, but that is not the case. It's easy pickups, 2 headshots. And Big, now it's just tabseN left over. He goes to where he was, hiding behind the door, and zywoo comes knocking.
And they just get stuffed on the 3v3 retake. It seems unlikely, but it's just because of the actual round count, it feels like they've just got to try this. And they give it their best shot. A great shot from Device, and actually a fantastic trade as well. Yes, XANTARES has looked awesome in the B site, but if you get caught off guard like that, of course, not even able to shoot back, that's going to be one of the most frustrating moments. There was so much pressure on Keto to pick up all 3, and unfortunately, that's just too much to ask of a mere mortal.
Good grenade. Oh, nope, not even. How does that come up short?
I don't know how that doesn't do more damage.
Maybe it bounced off the door, but I know that hurt.
Yeah.
Tizian playing around the side of it, just the pistols. So Big looking to concede a 15th and then run this bad boy back.
I think maybe the next time. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Maybe they don't
Need to be
concede.
next
Maybe
time.
they take this one by force. They try to charge up the catwalk. Doesn't work out. zywoo able to get away with minimal health. dupreeh now inching all the closer to this A site, and he could just catch them in the open, but XANTARES, he's gotten his paws onto the AK, and that's his second kill in this round. Little bit of a gap to work with. glaive, he's going to be right on the other side. Device through smoke, gets the headshot onto the man in sight. glaive, he's going to take the top rope, but the flashbang prevents the peek. XANTARES, he knows he's in a compromised position, but there's not really much you can do about it. Jumping shot, but behind the cover, glaive stays, and Device, he's able to cut him down. Only Keto down towards the CT spawn. Not much meant to be for Big. This is 9 map and match points.
Just a series of unfortunate events again as Astralis finally. Where did Device get his kill? He came out long. Did he like crouch peek behind car into the corner of that smoke? Oh, it was on top of the site. tabseN rotated in. That's a sweet shot.
Had to use the edge of the long plat.
Yeah.
Get that little inch. And it makes the difference.
Not a big
Double op
inch?
setup. No, little inch. I suppose an inch is an inch. You learned something today. Stay in school, kids.
Don't pick Dust2, kids.
Lessons to be learned. Now, because of the guns, it's not like we can write Big off in this round, but if they start falling like flies, we have to realize what we have ahead of us. Astralis with the back-to-back lower bracket runs.
Imagine.
But this time, they're going to have their biggest opponent yet, Vitality, who only dropped a map to Big in a BO3 Grand Finals. zywoo, he's going to go towards pit. Tizian stops him then and there. So Big, they're not going to make this easy. Smokes begin to fade. Device, he slaps that shot over and hits it, but doesn't get his kill. And we've got the push into the tunnels here from XANTARES as well.
Oh, they're coming late through upper tunnels. It depends on the noise that's being made. XANTARES now? Oh, he doesn't hear it, does he? I don't know if he does. dupreeh walks backwards into him. 2v5, and XANTARES will maybe walk backwards into the tunnels player, so that's something. We'll see if he comes out and peeks this. He's really taking his time with it, but this might not be enough of an opening. 25 seconds left over. Yes, XANTARES dies, but there will be no 2-for-1 frag. And
But the timing!
Oh my god, he got into the device, got into the
is the
site, worked
timing?
it at the exact same time, and they can plant.
And another kill!
Oh.
Not like this! As Magisk takes his time, Device walks into the B site, and they have now 2 CTs left. Device is just knocking them down, and it looked like it was gonna be a bit more of a fight, but instead it's that Astralis